Babar Baloch is a spokesman for the UN High Commissioner for Refugees, and he joins us now live from Geneva. Thanks so much for coming on the show. Good to speak to you once again. We spoke yesterday. Tell us, how have things evolved over the past 2 days at the Global Refugee Forum? What is the one or two things, the positive two things that have stood out for you?
Many thanks. Let me first clarify that we are talking about two different sets of population. Here, we are talking about refugees who are forced out of their homes and they have no choice to stay behind. They have to run for their lives, and migrants are a different set of population. For this first ever Global Refugee Forum, there is a sense of optimism for the world's 26 million refugees who have been forced out of their homes and countries. We have seen and heard an unprecedented level of international solidarity being talked here in Geneva. We are talking about hosting countries, we are talking about countries in the West, we are talking about civil society, corporate sector, financial institutions, all of them coming together to pledge support for refugees. And I'm happy to report that we have heard substantial levels of sounds of supports for the world's refugees. The final stage of the discussions are still going on. Countries are still talking about what they can do, but from what we have heard and seen today, that the world's refugees can have a sense of relief, but their troubles, their problems, and the problems of their hosts are too big. We just hope that what we have heard is going to be materialized soon.
And give us some examples, Baba, because this is a global phenomenon.
Indeed, in terms of people being forced out of their homes, in the last 10 years, the last decade, we have seen tumultuous times. We have seen millions being on the run. We have seen millions being hosted by the developing countries, by poor communities, and the level of generosity that we have seen in those communities has nothing to do with the amount of wealth you have. So this is an attempt to bring everyone together, and we hope by the end of the day today we can tell the world what the nations of the world, what the corporate sector, what the institutions of the world have come together to pledge for the world's most vulnerable people.
And we look forward to hearing that. But earlier you said that you were pleased with some of the things that you had heard. Give us some examples, concrete examples.
I'm not sure if I'm hearing you okay. I think from here onwards, in terms of moving forward, we at UNHCR, we want to keep the Global Refugee Forum coming back every 4 years to take stock. We have many challenges on our way: displacement on the rise, all problems which are not going away, but also the factor of climate change, which is affecting the displaced population. It has the same effect on the hosting communities and on refugees as well. These are some of the challenges that we have come here to address with the world, and we hope that we are making gradual progress for the world's refugees, and we are trying to issue a global phenomena, an issue which needs global responsibility sharing, not piecemeal approaches.
Absolutely. Babar Baloch, thank you so much for your time here on the News Hour on TRT World. Appreciate it.